Hi guys, welcome back to Manifest with Armine. It's been quite a while since I've made a video. I've just been busy, and that's that's about it. But I'm back to making videos this week, so there's something that I'd like to start off with, and that is pretty much, something that really does wonders for me. And I know that I've been learning and teaching the law of attraction stuff and the imagination and faith stuff for quite a while now. And we're all human. We all have, in every moment, we all have things that we are working on, I guess you could say, or rather not working on, just looking to manifest things. We all have desires. We all have resistance to release. We all have things that we're really quick with and other things that we tweak here and there. And that's what makes it so great for me to do consulting and teaching, because it just constantly reminds me of what I need to be doing, because when I'm always learning this stuff, I'm always hearing it over and over again. And as you guys know, this is stuff that no matter how many times you hear it, you're always going to learn something else from it, depending on the viewpoint where you are at that time in your life, and in for different areas of your life. And something that I really like to do is I like to listen to the audio version of Ask and It Is Given by the Hicks, by Esther and Jerry Hicks, and I really love listening to it. There are several reasons for this. One is it's truth. It's everything in there is truth. And like others, I at first, years ago, had to kind of pause and think, okay, am I really gonna get into this? Because as much as I had learned from other teachers about the law of attraction and how to apply the knowledge of how the nature of reality is, when the whole channeling thing comes in, you most likely pause and you think, okay, am I gonna be giving my time to this, and am I gonna actually be using things that are coming through a source that is a little bit controversial and a little bit hard to believe for a lot of people, including me sometimes at that point. So what I did was, like probably many of you, I listened to a few videos, I read a few things from Abraham Hicks, and I realized that I love it so much, and I know that it's so in line with truth that it doesn't matter at that point what channeling means to anybody or how it's being delivered through Esther. So one of the things I really like to do, not every day, but on and off on a daily basis, I guess you could say, is I listen to the audio version of Ask and It Is Given in my car. And some of you who have worked with me know that I'm in my car often for work, sometimes because it's the only place that I have peace and I'm comfortable enough. So peace as in quiet. I don't have an office currently. I had one before that I used to use, but it didn't come much of use to me because I'm just always around anyway. So now there's something happens when you listen to the words of Abraham and as they're read by Jerry Hicks. First of all, his voice is very relatable and common, like it's casual, and he's kind. You can tell that this is a person who is happy to deliver this information, and you feel like you're learning from a friend. And when you understand how we manifest things in our life, how experiences come into our life, then so many of us want to share that with the world, because it feels like if we understand it so well, then what better gift is there to ourselves and to others to be able to share our excitement for that and to show them that this is real stuff, and this is going to help you in whatever you want to transform in your life. So I guess this is kind of a video saying, hey guys, read Ask and It Is Given if you have not yet. Listen to the audio. I didn't actually buy this. It was given to me, the audio version of it, but I already had the book for years, and I'm more of an audio person, not as much of a book person. I love to read, but I read in excerpts. I don't read like a whole book in a sitting or over a couple of days. I read what I feel I need in that moment, and then that's about it. And then I go back to it. So if you go to AbrahamHicksPublications.com, I think, I'll put a link to their website underneath this video. Many of you have probably already been on that video. I've been to just one workshop so far. They're like they hold them down the street from me, so I was like, I might as well go just once. And it was amazing. You know, it's just like you see it in the YouTube videos. It's real, and if anything, it confirms more that, you know, Esther is an amazing human being, and it's so much fun to go and worth every penny for sure. So, what was my point here? Yes, on their website they have the audiobook, and it's kind of pricey, but if you're going to actually listen to it every day or listen to it regularly, it's absolutely worth it. There's nothing like, you know, using that time when you're driving around to, or if you're, you know, in the train and you have it in your, I think there's probably a version you can download. I'm not sure, an audio version you can download. But there's nothing better to do in your spare time than just listen to that, because it's so soothing, and it's so, there's no point, you know, almost no point in your life where you will have a day where there isn't something that you will be immediately able to apply this information to. And it's so soothing, and it's so reassuring, and just, why would you not listen to this? It's going to help you. Here is the book. I've had the book for a long time. I don't know if this is actually coming backwards it's looking backwards, but anyway. I've had the book for a while. The audio is great for me. Don't worry about the practices it gives you in the end, because you'll just know what you feel like doing when you feel like doing it. But the actual written part, like if there is a manual for this life, it is this book. It is Ask and It Is Given. If you've never heard the law of attraction before, it's a great place to start. You know, I always, you know, thought, oh, The Secret is the best place to start. Not the best, but the ideal place to start, because it's general enough, and it's understandable for someone who has never heard of the law of attraction. It's a good introduction. But I mean, there are so many ways to be introduced to it that are an excellent way, and this is one of them, because it's in layman's terms. There's no fancy language in there that's going to be complicated, and you can apply it right away. You can apply everything right away. You don't need a coach. Don't wait for a coach or a consultant to be able to afford a coach or a consultant, or to get an appointment with one, in order to start applying what you know, because you're already applying anything, any experience you're having in life. You are applying your power. You are thinking, you are feeling, you are manifesting. The question is, are you doing it consciously? Are you doing it only through your subconscious mind? Because in order to really decide what you're going to be experiencing in your life, it's not just your choices. It's your choices of thought, and your choices of, what am I consciously going to choose to believe, you know, to choose to think about, how am I going to choose to feel about this in my life? How am I going to choose to feel about that in my life? And that is what forms your subconscious mind and your paradigms, and that is what results in action. And I'm not talking about forced action. I would love to talk about free will right now, because it's like a great segue for it. But I will make another video on that. I know, oh my god, there's so many times I've said in videos, oh, I'm gonna make a video on this, and it hasn't happened yet. But bear with me, those things will come up. If there's something I've mentioned before that I'd make a video about, that I haven't made a video about, that you'd like me to, please let me know in the comments below. Also, I'd love for you to tell me about your experiences with this book, or this audiobook from Abraham Hicks, from Esther and Jerry Hicks, because it's no mystery that, you know, this is one of the biggest teachers of our time of truth and of how our reality works and how this world functions. And, you know, when you look up law of attraction, you know, one of the main things you find is, okay, Neville Goddard, Abraham Hicks, and some of the more well-known coaches out there, because, well, coaches do a lot of marketing. So if you look up law of attraction, you're probably going to come up on coaching information. But I suggest, before you even think about that, if you are thinking about it, and I say this being a coach consultant, before you think of working with a coach, just do a little bit of research on law of attraction and understand what the overall idea is, because then you can gain so much more from working with someone one-on-one. Okay, so read the book. They have it at libraries, at public libraries, so you can borrow it if you'd like. Audiobook is great. Comment below and tell me your experiences about asking is given. If you overall have things that you've learned from Abraham Hicks and have applied, and what your experience has been, that's welcome also, of course. Really particularly from this one book, because, like I said, they say there's no handbook to life, there's no instruction manual to life. This is it. Like, this is it. This is, like, if there's one book, I would say, I mean, I could say that about so many of Neville's books, and honestly, when I'm on each one, I'll say, okay, this is the only book you need, this is the only book you need, this is the only book you need. But I mean, really, for if you can look past the whole channeling thing, if you can become comfortable with it, or just put it aside and just read this book, Ask and It Is Given, and everything you've ever wondered about why you've behaved a certain way, or why you felt a certain way, or why you went through depression or happiness, or in any moment of your life, it will be very, very clear and evident to you through understanding this book. And it's easy to understand it because it's so well written. And what better source than source to write a book? And of course, anytime any of us is writing, it's us channeling source, if you can kind of wrap your mind around that. Thank you very much. Please comment below, tell me about your experiences with Asking It Is Given, and how you have used it to understand truth a little more. If you like this video, guys, please click like. If you'd like to see more of my videos, please click subscribe. There will be more to come very soon. I have many topics written down that I'm making videos about, so please subscribe and click the little bell so you can be notified about when they are posted. Okay, guys, I miss doing this, and I am looking forward to making the next few videos. Thanks, guys. Bye.